Congratulations! As a new user of the Bow Trainer, you are beginning a training program that will help you improve your performance and accuracy as an archer. Using the Bow Trainer will help you increase your strength, improve your form, and increase stamina. This video presentation will guide you through the recommended training procedures and is most effective if you have your user manual for reference. If you need to get your user manual, pause this presentation. Designed by a certified physical therapist, Bow Trainer is a unique training tool that can help archers, from novice to seasoned professional, of any age or level of experience, become a more consistent performer. This video presentation will walk you through the steps of developing, maintaining, and building a results-focused Bow Trainer program. Building strength with proper form with the Bow Trainer will improve your accuracy. The Bow Trainer's unique design provides functional strength training because it utilizes the same muscles that a person uses to shoot any bow, compound or traditional. Using a combination of the Bow Trainer resistance bands coupled with an ongoing training schedule, you will develop strength and control in the specific muscles that are used in shooting a bow. With a consistent training program, your shooting accuracy will improve dramatically and will allow you to maintain your skills with only intermittent training sessions once the shooting season starts. Let's get started. If you're an experienced archer, you already know your draw length. If you're new to archery, you may use the following chart, which is also on page 5 of our user's manual. Or you may measure your draw length by completing the following steps. Stand with your arms out and palms facing forward. Don't stretch when measuring, just stand naturally, using a tape measure to find the length from the tip of one middle finger to the tip of the other. Then simply divide your measurement by 2.5. This is your average draw length. Now let's review the proper mechanics for drawing the Bow Trainer. Pick up your Bow Trainer and place your feet shoulder-width apart with an open stance. Hold your lead bow arm in line with your shoulders. Raise your leading bow arm so that your hand is at shoulder height. Grasp the exercise bands with 3 fingers of the draw hand using the index, middle, and ring fingers. Practice smoothly pulling a band with the draw arm in upper position, in line with your shoulders. Finding your anchor position is personal preference. The anchor position is the spot on your body where you want to consistently bring the resistance bands to during your exercises. This should be as close to your draw length measurement as possible. Try to get the band and/or bands to your nose tip or corner of your mouth to create an extra reference point to keep your head in the same position as you exercise. Find your anchor position and commit it to memory. Once you have established your average draw length and anchor position, you should determine your initial maximum draw strength. This will give you a benchmark from which to measure your progress. Remember that a successful training program helps you build strength over time, so don't try to pull too much too soon, or you could experience muscle strain and damage. To determine your maximum draw strength, you'll need to do some testing. Start by pulling band number 1. That's the longest black band back to your anchor position. If holding it for 5 seconds is easy, try band number 2, holding it for 5 seconds at your anchor position. Experiment with whatever combination of black resistance bands brings you to near muscle failure at the 5-second hold point. That is your initial maximum draw strength. Refer to your user manual on pages 8 and 9. This is the resistance chart, and it will show you what your maximum draw strength is in pounds. This is the basis for your training program. Remember, for those who use a compound bow, the peak resistance is right at the beginning of the draw. The maximum pull will be from 10 to 16 inches of your normal draw. A good exercise program always begins with a warm-up. This will allow your muscles to get into a stretching position without excessive strain. First, get into the proper stance as earlier described and shown. Based on your maximum draw strength in pounds, your warm-up routine should use a resistance that is from 30 to 40% of that number. In other words, this should be an easy way to get your muscles warmed up. Find a combination of black bands that equals this warm-up resistance number. Again, you can use the resistance chart in our user manual to help you identify which bands will equal the correct resistance number. Complete 2 sets of 8 to 10 repetitions at your full draw length, resting 1 to 2 minutes between sets. After you've completed your warm-up, it's time to begin the next exercise routine, Resistance training. In this phase, you should be using a resistance that is 50 to 70% of your maximum draw strength. Use the resistance chart in your user manual to help you identify which band combination will provide this amount of resistance. Complete 3 sets of 8 to 12 repetitions at your full draw length, resting 1 to 2 minutes between each set. In this part of your training, we want to emphasize developing your strength in the first 1/3 of drawing back on the compound bow. This is when you have to achieve the peak resistance that is set for your bow. This is where the red power band is used. You will only be drawing the bands back to a distance of between 12 and 20 inches, or between your elbow and your shoulder of the holding arm. Do not draw all the way back to your anchor position. Use a resistance that is 70 to 90% of your maximum draw strength. Again, look at the resistance chart in your user manual to establish what combination of red and black bands will give you this amount of resistance. But instead of measuring resistance to your maximum draw length, you need to look at the draw length column on the chart for the 12 to 20 inch length you will be drawing back to during your routine to determine your appropriate draw strength level in pounds. Doing 3 sets of 8 to 12 repetitions with a short rest period will produce increased strength and control. The most important aspect of your bow training is to use proper form. All repetitions should be done with a minimum of extraneous movements. The only movement that should take place is with the pulling arm. Don't dip, twist, or lift improperly with your holding arm or with your upper body. Hunting requires stealth and strength, which requires a minimum amount of movement. Other types of training involve practicing in different positions, such as sitting or with feet or upper body in positions that only a tree stand allows. Remember, to be better, to strive toward perfection, you must practice. Perfect practice with the bow trainer will lead to perfect form. After performing the training regimen for 3 weeks, it will be time to check your progress. You'll want to reestablish your maximum draw strength. Remember how you identified your original maximum draw strength by experimenting with black band combinations until you could barely hold for 5 seconds at your anchor position? That's what you need to establish your new maximum draw strength. Once you reestablish your maximum draw strength, you can recalculate the band combination for an enhanced strength training program. As you know, increasing resistance will help you build strength, which will help you improve accuracy. Over time, your maximum draw strength will increase, which will be proof that you're getting stronger. The ideal bow trainer training program should be 5 to 6 days per week. If your focus is on building strength, stamina, and form, this will help you see results quicker than a more relaxed program. Once you reach your desired maximum draw strength level, you may want to ease the program back to 3 times per week. It's up to you. As you can see, the bow trainer training program is not difficult or complex. Just like any other physical training program, it requires focus, concentration on form, following the simple steps of warm-up, and, eventually, strength training. The bow trainer program will only take a short time each day, and the results should be very impressive to you. Good luck and good training.